So Lauren, we've spoke with Brian, and a year later, here we are. How nice is it for you? I know he feels this way, but just to be able to focus on hockey and not all the extra.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. Coming back down to New Jersey and having things under control with Declan and Brian feeling really good. He was ready to get beat up at training camp, and we're all happy, just happy to be back. And Declan's in school and loving it, and Brian's really enjoying like just the rhythm and being back in it and playing.
Let's go back a year. Mm-hmm. What was it like when Brian comes home and says, I need additional testing, there's something wrong with my blood work?
Mm-hmm. Brian called me from the rink and just said, babe, I'm going to be a little bit later, I'm sorry, coming home for dinner. My labs came back weird, I think something's wrong, but it's fine, it's going to be fine, I just have to go redo my labs. And of course your heart just sinks, but you also think like, oh, it'll be fine, you know. So we just tried to stay really positive that night, but then the next day when they said, you know, we're pretty sure this is leukemia, we just don't know what type of leukemia. It could be acute or chronic, and then so we're just Googling all night what that is, because neither of us were really familiar, right. And that's when it was pretty scary because we just didn't have a proper diagnosis yet.
So what were the next few weeks like for you guys? Because then amidst all that, you know, Declan has his own health issues that come about.
That first week was really hard. We were sorting out everything with Brian and figuring out what he had, and then doing the bone marrow and finding out that it was chronic and that he could take a pill and his life wouldn't be as affected as it would be if he had to have chemo and different types of treatments. 2.5 weeks later, Declan hits his chin and we're giving him a bath, and we notice it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I called my dad, who's a surgeon, and I said, Dad, like, do you mind looking at this on FaceTime and just seeing what you think? And he was just like, let's keep an eye on it, you know. Well, fast forward, a couple weeks later, my dad decides to just come visit us for a weekend, and I open the front door, and he has a little carry-on because he's coming for 2 nights, and he drops his luggage, seeing Declan, and he goes, Lauren, we need to go right now and get a CT and an MRI of this. And that's when it was just, yeah. So seeing my dad, I knew something was really wrong. So then we went to Hackensack and they put him under and they got a proper CT and MRI. And they told us, you know, we're pretty certain that this is a cancer in his mandible. Yeah, just crushed. I mean, I don't think there are any words for that, like as a parent to hear. But so then we said, let's just get a second opinion. This could be something different. And they said, well, there is one other thing. It could be a disease called an AVM, but the odds of that are less than 1%, actually less than 0.01%. So we went to Boston Children's. They told us the same thing, praying and praying, and that night was really, really, really difficult because the hospital was helping us plan his next 6 months. The next morning, Dr. Afshar came in, his oral surgeon, and he had tears in his eyes. So first, I'm just thinking, where is this going? And then he smiles and he says, I just want to tell you that this is absolutely incredible, almost basically a miracle, and Declan has an AVM. And he said, you know, this is still going to be really hard. I'm going to send over the internal radiologist. He'll be working with a lot, but we'll work together. It will be a difficult road, but it's not nearly as bad as what they thought it was at first.
I know strength is so important, and your faith. Is that really what got you through that time of just having that bit of hope throughout it all?
Every second of being in Declan's room when he was under, getting the MRI and CT telling us the final verdict of what it was. I've never sang so many songs from, you know, church and Eagle's Wings and praying the rosary. We prayed the rosary every day. I actually gave my rosary away to several moms I saw just crying in the hallway. It's a difficult place to be. And I know that our faith is absolutely everything that got us through it. Every day, you just pray and get on your knees and you just say, like, carry me, you know? Some days you need to be carried because you don't know how you're going to get through that day, but you do. because you love your family and you just do what you can.
You made it look easy from the outside. We know the struggles were not.
I was really worried about Brian, and I just said, look, we're a team. You worry about you right now. You take care of you. I'm going to pray for you, and I'm going to make sure you eat well when you're home and you sleep. We sent him to the basement. So we had a newborn at the time, so no one was sleeping. So knowing that he needed sleep to make him better and also for the medicine to work effectively, he needed to take care of himself. So I said, I've got these 2 babies. You help where you can, but there's no pressure. You take care of your body and do what you need to get back, because I need you.
Brian's first game back, and we later found out that I think Declan was dealing with the hospital visit earlier in the day. But Brian comes out, he plays, and he scores.
Yeah.
What was that goal like and that moment like for you?
It was kind of like everything's going to be okay. It was just the first really good thing that had happened in a while. And I knew how happy he would be, and almost like it's not over. It's not over for him in his career. And it almost felt like it was just a message from God being like, it's going to be okay.
Just for you as a family unit, through everything with Declan and Brian, what was the outreach you got from the hockey world?
The love and support we felt in the hockey community last year was absolutely unreal. The love and support we got in messages and private messages I got from wives I didn't know,
right,
and just saying, let me know how we can help, and flowers coming and cards coming, and just like, we're praying for you, or meals coming to your door. It was unreal.
Well, you'll be giving love back this year, I guess, in a way. What was it like when the Devils and I guess NHL approached you and asked you to become an ambassador for Hockey Fights Cancer?
It was very touching, and I'm very, very happy to help.
What do you hope it brings?
Together, we can raise so much money for medicine and research, and the money in research is such a big thing, and chipping in whenever you can is awesome. Everyone knows someone, whether it affects you personally or you might know a friend, mom, dad, cousin, schoolmate. In some way or form, it affects everyone, and it's nice to know a little bit, and I think it inspires people to help.
Do you want to talk about the kids at all, or just kind of like update on everyone? And
Yeah,
we saw Bella today.
We're really thankful for life right now, and I love going to the carpool lane and being at school. I'm like so thankful. Like, we're not driving to Boston today. Everything's good. Yeah, so life is really good right now. Hi, Bella. Go, Daddy, go. Let's teach everyone how it goes.
Go.